I begin with Kundalini, okay? And you give a thumb when I begin. Om, Om, चित्त शक्ति की उपासना विश्व की सबसे प्राचीनतम उपासना है। The worship of Chit Shakti, the power Almighty, the nature Almighty, is something which dwells in the core of all prominent religions of the world. As far as Hindus are concerned, I say Indians are concerned, because Hindu is a term that has been imposed on a cluster of Indian religious orders. We have 5 religious orders: the Shaktas, the worshippers of Shakti; the Vaishnavas, the worshippers of Lord Vishnu; the Shaivas, the worshippers of Almighty Shiva; the Sauras, the worshippers of Sun God; and Ganapatyas, the worshippers of Ganapati, Lord Ganesha. Among them, the 3 are more prominent nowadays: the Shaktas, the Shaivas, and the Vaishnavites. The worship of Ganapati is associated with every Indian ritual, and the worship of Sun is also part of every ritual. So all these 5 sects of Indian religion, which is called the Satya Sanatana Dharma, they are intermingled, intertwined, they are interrelated and interdependent, and all deal in some way or the other to the worship of the Chit Shakti, the source of all life, the power that runs the universe, the Shakti that commands the universe. If we talk of Shakti, we have a concept of Shiva as well, and this universe is an interplay of Shiva and Shakti. If we talk in the language of science, we see that there are only 2 things in the universe. One is matter, the other is energy. So the matter, the Shiva, and energy, the Shakti, can be called Brahma and Maya, can be called with various names, but ultimately it is the one universe, one Brahma, rather Parabrahma, a combination of Prakriti and Purusha. That one power manifests itself, which we see in the Vedic sayings, Eko Ham Bahushyam. But ultimately, all religions, all sects of worship, they aim at the awakening of Chit Shakti, the worship of Chit Shakti, and seek the blessings of Shakti and invoking that Shakti in oneself. So when we talk of Chit Shakti, there are so many types of worship, so many mantras, so many deities, as I have already said. But the worship of the Chit Shakti that is present in human body, which has been called by the name Kundalini, is one of the foremost things that is present in our Indian religious tradition, that is Satya Sanatana Dharma. The traces of it can be obtained in Vedas, particularly Athra Veda, and then its elongation, explanation, and its, you can say, it is enlarged concept in Puranas and Tantras. For instance, a part of Garuna Purana, one of the Puranas, that is called Shraddha Kalpa, and is supposed to be recited and read and understood in the 13-day ritual time after the death of a person, when the sanctity is supposed to be observed by the family for the departed soul. In that Garuna Purana, 14th chapter, Lord Vishnu gives an Upadesha, a teaching to sage Narad, Devarshi Narad, and says that the worship of this Shakti which dwells in the body of man is the only way to achieve the moksha, the salvation. And a person who is not capable to do so may recite my name and achieve this goal. So this shows the worship of Shatchakra Kundalini and Shatchakra Vedan is one of the main sadhanas of Sanatana Dharma. Thereafter, if we see, it is present with the Nath Pantha, it is present with many Siddha traditions, it is present in the literature written by famous Saint Kabir Das and many Tantras. Tantras are full of this description. The songs composed by Paramahansa Ramakrishna Dev, who was a famous saint of Bengal, a worshipper, priest of Dakshineshwar temple, is also one great evidence of this worship being popular among the Siddhas and sages of India. I quote here from the Sri Vidyanav Tantra, Kashmir series, 11th chapter, about the basic mantra for the worship of Kundalini. Kundalini can be awakened by the methods of Dhyana Yoga, by the methods of Yoga, Hatha Yoga, and by the practice of Raj Yoga as well. But as you see, the Raj Yoga tradition is based on the philosophic discussions, and it is something which requires a high level of education and a developed mind. Dhyana Yoga is also something which needs a lot of time, practice and devotion. And sometimes it's a lengthy thing, and sometimes people fail. Hatha Yoga tradition is very strict and also not so, I will say, easy. As far as the mantras are concerned, Mantra Yoga, awakening the Chit Shakti in a person which dwells as Kundalini in Mooladhara, awakening that Kundalini, the almighty nature dwelling in human body, is a little convenient, I will say, if not easy, by the mantra japa. It is said in our Shastras, in Tantra particularly, and Yoga as well, that whatever mantra is recited by a person, not recited exactly but repeated in mind, the japa, the repetition of mantra in mind, that aims only at the awakening of this power. And Kundalini is worshipped as Ishtadevata. The worshippers of Mahavidyas like Kali, Tara, Tripura Sundari, Bhairavi, Chandamasta, etc. They worship Kundalini in the form of their Ishta Devata, Ishta Daivat, that is Kali, Tara. The Vaishnavites and Saivites, they worship Kundalini in the form of their Ishta Devata. But there has been an independent tradition of mantra of Kundalini. The bigger mantras, the long lettered mantras are also there. And to begin with, the shortest and the most effective mantra is in Sri Vidyanam Tantra. I quote, Vagbhavam bhuvaneshim cha Sri Bijam tathaiva cha Trayaksharo mantramakhyatah kundalinya susiddhidah Rishi Sakti Samakyatam Gayatri Chandamiritam Chetana Kundali Shakti Devatatra Vidhiyate. So on. So these quotations indicate to a mantra and a system by which this mantra can be practiced. I try to tell that system and the mantra, but as you know that the all mantras can be activated only after a mantra diksha. So no person should try to do the mantra japa without the permission of his or her own guru or any able guru. And if he fails to obtain a guru expert in this, then there is a method by which Lord Shiva can be accepted as guru, and after a prescribed ritual worship which should be done by a very learned scholar in the Hindu tradition, the Indian Karmakanda system, this mantra can be taken accepting Lord Shiva as guru, and it can be done in case an able teacher, an able guru is not there. But I will still advise people to look around themselves to find a guru. And a guru can be one who is not in search of money or favors. A guru can be one who can tell the name of his guru and his guru further. That is the four series: the guru, the param guru, the paratpara guru, the parameshti guru. If you find such a person, accept the person as guru, take his or her permission, and then practice the mantra. Every care should be taken before doing the mantra, because awakening of Kundalini is not a joke. Neither is a group ceremony that can be organized by an ashram in publicly. Because I see so many people propagating this idea that they are having a camp of awakening of Kundalini. I don't think that it can be done this way. But if you devote yourself to the service and worship of Almighty Nature, the Shakti, the Paramaradhya, the Paramba, and pray to her and do the mantra, then you can get the good luck, the ultimate Saubhagya, that the Kundalini is awakened and that Chit Shakti is enlightened in you and enlightens and illuminates your being. I quote the mantra. It is Vagbhava Bija, Aing. It is Bhuvaneshi Bija, Ring. And it is Shri Bija, Shri. So 3-letter mantra is Aing, Ring, Shri. As I advise, the beginners can do it at a fixed place, at a fixed time, sitting on a red blanket. They should not use any mala, the rosary, because if the mala, the rosary is used without mala samskara, no result can be obtained. Karamala is equally difficult and many people do not know the Karmala Sodhan mantra. Akshamala, the Varnamala, is the most powerful and the ultimate mala, and it has two forms, the Matrika and the Malini. But that has to be learnt and commanded in the guidance of an able Guru. So, this is one simple way of doing the mantra, that fix a place, fix a time, use a red blanket as asana, and do it for 5, 10, 15, whatever minutes you fix. Never do it more or less. It has to be done for that time duration every day. And if it is done for 48 days, a person may have some experience which can be grown further by a regular discipline and a regular mantra japa. Those who have mala, Sanskrit mala, the energized mala, those who know about the Karmala Sodhan mantra, or those who have commanded Varnamala under the guidance of an able Guru, can do that. The system of mantra, I begin the Vinyoga. Om Asya Sri Kundalini Mantrasya Shakti Risihi Gayatri Chandaha Chetana Kundali Shakti Devata Aim Bijam Shring Sakti Ring Kilakam Kundalinya Suchintane Vinyoga. This is Vinyoga. In our tradition, after reading the Vinyoga, few drops of water with the help of a worship spoon, that is Achmani, is taken from the Arghya Patra to another Patra. And then you do the Rishyadhinyasa. I repeat the Rishyadhinyasa. Om Shri Shakti Risai Namaha Sirasi. Om Gayatri Chandase Namaha Mukhe. Om Shri Chetana Kundali Shakti Devataye Namo Hri. Om Aing Bijaya Namo Vihe. Om Sring Shakti Namaha Padayo. Om Ring Kilakaya Namaha Nabhav. Om Kundalinya Sujintane Vinyogaya Namaha Sarvange. This is Rishyadhinyasa. Then it has been indicated that the Kar Nyasa and Sadanga Nyasa should be done by the letters of the mantra, repeating them. So it becomes Aing Angustabhyang Namaha, Ring Tajanibhyang Swaha, Shring Madhyamabhyam Vashat, Aing Namikabhyang Hung, Ring Kanishtikabhyam Vaushat, Shring Kartalakarbhishtabhyam Pat. Shadanganyasa. Aing Hridayaya Namaha, Ring Shirase Swaha, Shring Shighayai Vashat, Aing Kavachaya Hum, Ring Netatraya Vaushat, Shring Astraya Fat. After doing the Karanyasa and Sadanganyasa, which is just giving the letters a place in your body, making your body fit for the japa and receiving energy. Then one has to do the dhyana. The Kundalini dhyana given in Sri Vidyanava Tantra is one basic dhyana, that is Nirguna dhyana or partly Saguna dhyana, and then there is one Sthula dhyana, the dhyana of Kundalini Jaganmata in the form of Bhagavati Paramba. I recite both. One is the first you read Mooladhare Trikone tu Surya Koti Samatvishi Pasupta Bhujagakaram Sadha Trivale Istitam Nivara Sukhavattanmim Tadita Koti Samaprabham Surya Koti Prabham Deeptam Chandra Koti Susitalam Shiva Sakti Mayim Devim Sankhavarta Kumastitam Susumna Madhyamargena यांतीं परशिवावधि ह्रीङ्कारबीजरूपेण चिन्तये योगवर्त्मना. This means that in the Mooladhara chakra, in the Mool Trikona, Surya Koti Samatvishi, glowing as crores of suns, millions of suns rising together. She is sleeping, having 3.5 turns around the Swayambhu Shiva Linga in Mooladhara, with her mouth facing downwards, and she resembles a snake, very thin as an air. And she is Niva Shukavattanivi, very thin. Tadit Koti Samaprabham. She is like millions of lightning together glowing. She is glowing like millions of suns, but she is cool as millions of moons. She is Shiva Shakti Mai. She is the unification of Shiva and Shakti. She is the Chit Shakti dwelling in human body. And she is Sankhavart Kramastitam. She is clockwise. Her rotation is clockwise and 3.5 rotations. And from Susumna Madhyamarga, she enters Susumna and goes to Param Shiva in the Sahasrara. It is prescribed there that when you do the dhyana, Hrinkara Bija Rupena, you have to repeat Lajja Bija, Maya Bija, Ring in mind. Hrinkara Bija Rupena, Chintaye Yoga Vartmana. During the dhyana of Kundalini, one has to do Kumbhak and contract the anal muscles to bring apana to the upper parts, so that the prana and apana, they join, and then you do the japa of ring and do the dhyana of Kundalini Jagannmata. Then in the Sahasrara, when Kundalini reaches Sahasrara, till Vishuddha Chakra, she is in form of a serpent, and in Sahasrara, she becomes unified with the Param Shiva, and she is in Sagun form, and the dhyana there is prescribed. Sindhuraruna vigraham tinayanam manikya maulispurat tara nayaka sekhara smita mukhi mapena vakshoruham panibhyam manipurna ratna chasakam raktotbalam vibratim saumyam ratna ghatastha savyacharanam dhyaye paramambikam. Her body is glowing like vermilion, the sindhura, crimson red. She has 3 eyes. She has mukuta, that is crown on her head, with a lot of gems, and she has crescent moon on her forehead, and she is smiling. She has very good looking breast. Breast is symbol of maternity in Indian culture. Since breast is the source of all life to the son, and unless one is the son, he cannot receive the grace of mother. So you have to be son to get the blessings of Goddess Jagannmata. And then Smita Mukhi Mapi Navakshoruham Panibhyam Manipurna Ratachaskam. She is having a jug, a chashak full of gems in her hand, and Raktotpala, red lotus, in another hand, and her left foot is on a pitcher full of gems. Somyam Ratna Ghatastha Savyacharanam. She looks very soumya, very peaceful, smiling. She is the Paramba. In this way, she is visualized, the dhyana is done. After doing this dhyana, one has to do the mantra. Before that, the Manas Pujan must be done, like ओम लंग पृथिव्यात्मकं गंधम श्री कुंडलिनी पीतये समर्पयामि नमः। ओम हं आकाशात्मकं पुष्पं श्री कुंडलिनी प्रीतये समर्पयामि नमः। ओम यं वायवात्मकं धूपं श्री कुंडलिनी प्रीतये घ्रापयामि नमः। ओम रंगमन्यात्मकं दीपं श्री कुंडलिनी प्रीतये दर्शयामि नमः। ओं वं अमृतात्मकं नैवेद्यं श्री कुंडलिनी प्रीतये निवेदयामि नमः। ओं संशक्त्यात्मकं ताम्बूलं श्री कुंडलिनी प्रीतये समर्पयामि नमः। This is said in the holy Shastras, in the Agam traditions, that the Manas Puja is the main puja. The Vahya Puja is an indication of the Manas Puja and to build the atmosphere for puja. And one who does Manas Puja, only that person has an adhikara, a right to perform the outer worship, the Vahya Puja. So Manas Puja is must. After that, the one should do the japa as prescribed, either sitting on a blanket at a fixed time, a fixed place for 10-5 minutes, whatever prescribed, or use a rosary which is energized, or do it karmala, or do varnamala, and pray to Goddess to receive the blessings. At the end of the japa has to be given to Goddess in the left hand of Goddess by the sloka Om Guhyadi Guhi Gopri Tangrahana Smatkatang Japam Siddhirame Bhavatu Devi Tat Prasadan Maheshwari. O Goddess, you are Guhyati Guhya, you cannot be known. Grahana Smatkatam Japam, please accept whatever I have done, the japa. Siddhir Bhavatu Me Devi, O Goddess, bless me so that I can realize my aims. Tat Prasadan Maheshwari. O Maheshwari, by your grace, by your happiness, by your wish, guide me to my goal, to my siddhi. Mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam sureshwari. O Goddess, I don't know much of mantra, I don't know much of kriya, I don't have much of devotion. Yat pujitam maya devi, as I have worshipped you, paripurnam tadastu me, according to that you bless me, you do me paripurna, give me your blessings. I am the sinner, matsa mahapataki nast, there is not such a great sinner as I am. Papagni tussama nahi, there is no such a forgiver as you are. Evam gyatva, keeping this in mind. Mahadevi, O Goddess, yatha yogyam tatha kuru. Do as I deserve. With this prayer, you should pray to Goddess for her blessings, and it is up to her to decide whether you are a fit person to receive the blessings or not. This is the truth about Kundalini, particularly the mantra sadhana of Kundalini. Although it is a beginning, we have in our tradition Kundalini Shatanam Stotra, Kundalini Ashtaka, Kundalini Sahasranam Stotra, and some 52-letter mantras also, which have been secret in Sakta traditions and can be obtained. The literature is available with us with Chandi Karyalaya Prayagraj, and that can be obtained. But for the beginners, those who have not much knowledge of Tantras or Mantra Sadhana, this is the first and foremost thing to begin with. That's it. May the God, the Supreme Power, the Goddess Almighty Nature, bless everyone.